Hey everybody, today's video is brought to you by Raycon. Now Raycon makes wireless earbuds. See, I got them right here, a little small, fits right in your pocket, portable charging, and they cost about half of what all the other premium products cost. It's a good quality earbud. It was co-founded by Ray J, I'm sure you're familiar with him, and it's the popular choice of a bunch of celebrities. I don't have to go name dropping because honestly the product speaks for itself. I'm wearing them right now. You can barely tell. There's no little dongles hanging down, nothing sticking out of your ears. They're comfortable. You can wear them all day and they sound great. So if you're interested in picking up a set of wireless earbuds, check out buyraycon.com/SSR to save 15% off. That's buyraycon.com/SSR. There's a link in the description to save 15% off. What's up everybody, Rob Ferretti here, and let's go check out the Aventador because the Aventador, while I was in Germany, came back in a smoky mess. And I was like, oh no, not another clutch. That didn't make any sense. I can't imagine that happening twice. But when you see that there's coolant all over the engine bay and everything like that, you're like, something's happening. Now, New York, we just had a big heat wave, right? So it was hot, but the car still shouldn't overheat. This one did have an issue. And what was that issue exactly? And when you look here, you'll see, I mean, I'm already giving it away, but you see all the spots here? You can imagine just coolant spraying all up this beast, coming out making a mess. And essentially what it was this, which is the coolant tank, the expansion tank. And I've never seen this before. The damn thing split in half. Like, that's wild to me. Like, it just exploded. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's probably expensive. Well, yes and no, because as you see, and let's see if I can see anything. This is Lamborghini. I'm trying to look for parts of their stamped Audi because I know they're in here, but the coolant tank, this coolant tank, is also the same coolant tank that they use in the Q7. So you go to the dealership, you say, hey, I need a coolant tank for a Q7. And as long as the parts guy just looks up the coolant tank for the Q7, you're good. And we ordered it, it's like 280 bucks. The Lamborghini part, clearly much more expensive, but the guy, it's like going to AutoZone. It's like, oh yeah, cool, you need a headlight? All right, is it all-wheel drive? What does it matter if it's all-wheel drive? It just I need a headlight. But with this, with the Q7, he's like, all right, what's the VIN number? What year? I'm like, it just doesn't matter what year. Just give me a coolant tank for a Q7 because that'll rectify this problem. But at first, we're like looking and we thought maybe it was a head gasket that went because it was really hot. The customer was aware of the clutch, how to operate it. So we're like, it can't really be that. Repeat customer. And when we saw there was like a spring and a beanbag, I don't know where it went now, but there was like a spring and a beanbag, and again, I don't know where they're from, but when this thing exploded, it shot over there, and yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's a first for me. I've never seen the coolant tank explode, but I don't get surprised anymore, right? Because I've had, ever since the gas tank on a 360 Spider imploded like a raisin, I don't think anything can surprise me. Because if you imagine how much force needs to be there, how much negative pressure to implode a gas tank, I guess I don't really get surprised. Here's a sneak peek, by the way, while I'm here, to my Maserati, which is almost done. The bumper comes on Friday. The suspension parts are all in there. Now this fender here, obviously you saw, I was able to save a couple of bucks on it, but the front bumper's on its way, and then the last thing I gotta do is the headlight. Now if you look here, be careful, no brake fluid. Things just break, right? And I've also got the Porsche, which just broke. Got a flat tire on my Mercedes today, and then I realized the tires are old anyway, so I got a new set of tires for the Mercedes. Just things breaking all over the place. And then the Bentley, which you'll see tomorrow, was also a headache, but hopefully that's sorted out. So there you go. The Aventador broke in weird, mysterious ways. I haven't seen that before. This is not something that the customer is responsible for. This is something that even though it was 110 degrees outside, you can't fault somebody for driving the car in 110 degree heat. And the car is not supposed to break itself. Lamborghini is supposed to design it so that it doesn't have any problems like that. And this is a 2012, which is the first year that they came out. So they are prone to have more problems, but at the end of the year, we'll just get rid of this thing and move on to the next one in the spring. I'm not gonna carry this throughout the winter, but I thought it was interesting keeping you guys in the loop as to what we're looking at here as far as when things break, how they break, so you can be aware of what goes on, what I deal with on a daily basis. I'm responsible now, this car's down for just say 4 or 5 days waiting on this repair, but that's something that comes out of my pocket, not a customer, not anything. That's just part of the business. So thanks for watching, stay tuned. I'll see you tomorrow and we're gonna show you that Bentley.